Welcome to the ANN News Network. All Amber, all news, all the time. Please slide to the right if you're watching this on Periscope. Slide to the right and invite others. If you're watching this on Facebook, please share this broadcast on all of your social media platforms, as we've got some big breaking news to share with you bright early this morning. You're watching the Amber News Network. Hey. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Whew. One would almost say I'm getting too old for this. Well, a very pleasant good Friday morning to everyone. Hi, my name is Pastor Charles Williams, and I am the founder and the creator of the concept known and used all over the world today as the Amber Alert here in the United States of America, Amber Alert EU throughout all of Europe, and the Child Rescue Alert in other parts of the world. And this is an update to an Amber Alert that was issued about this time yesterday right here on our network. And also, we have an update to a courtesy alert that was also part of that same broadcast, okay? Let's start here in Florida, okay? Let's start in St. Louis, okay? In St. Louis, as many of you know, on yesterday afternoon, yesterday when we were together, we issued what is called a courtesy alert, okay? We issued what is called a courtesy alert for a 10-year-old boy by the name of Tyron Penbrook Haggard, okay? And Tyron had been missing since Sunday, all right? Several days had been missing. Several days had gone by since this little tyke had become missing. After our broadcast, I learned some further details that were very disturbing. We learned that the female that was with Tyron, the female that was with him, that particular female, she was like a 16-year-old female, still unnamed. That particular female had taken a gun and had shot her own father in the back of the head on Sunday, okay? She shot her own father in the back of the head on Sunday and then fled with this 10-year-old boy, okay? They had been missing since Sunday. The father, thankfully, is in stable but critical condition there in the St. Louis hospital, even as I speak, and we pray for him this morning. His full and complete recovery. But the good news is that overnight, okay? Overnight, authorities were able to find the 16-year-old female along with the 10-year-old, the 10-year-old boy that was the subject of our courtesy alert. 10-year-old Tyron Penbrook Haggard has been found, and they were both found at a hotel in St. Louis overnight, okay? This was breaking news late last night into the morning, wee hours of the morning. They were found at a hotel there in St. Louis. So I want to thank all of you for sharing this broadcast. This particular broadcast concerning Tyron was shared thousands and thousands of times on Facebook and on other social media outlets. And I really do believe, I have to believe, that it did help to make a difference in this case. You have to remember, authorities had this case for like 5 days with no results, okay? We get it. We issue it on all of our networks, and by nightfall, we have a resolution. That's the power of social media, y'all. Okay, so again, thank you for that. Now, let's go to our other breaking news that just came across our desks earlier this morning. this morning, as many of you know, there was an Amber Alert. There was an Amber Alert that was issued on yesterday. Also, right here, it was issued on yesterday here on this broadcast. And that particular Amber Alert was out of Manatee County, Florida, where a mother went and snatched 4 of her children from the grandparents. The mother did not have custody of these children, and there was a good reason why, we've learned. She has a violent criminal past, and thus the courts decided that she was not fit to keep her children. And so the children were awarded to the grandparents. Well, the mother didn't set too well with the mother, and the mother went over to the grandparents' house, took the kids, and fled with them. These kids right here over my shoulder, these kids right here, these kids had been missing for 6 days as of yesterday. They had been missing for 6 days. Authorities held this case close to their vest for 6 days until they could no longer not issue an Amber Alert. An Amber Alert was activated on yesterday. Well, actually, day before yesterday. And the Amber Alert was activated. It was further pushed out there on yesterday. I spoke with the authorities there in Manatee County Sheriff's Department, and we put this Amber Alert out there. And again, thousands of you came together to share this particular broadcast. We put this Amber Alert out there as a nationwide Amber Alert because we had feared that so much time had passed by that being local was not really a real option for us at this time. And so we put the Amber Alert out there as a nationwide Amber Alert. Well, breaking news this morning, right early this morning, okay? Breaking news, all 4 of these children have now been found. They were found overnight. Again, this has been a busy overnight, okay? All 4 of these children and the suspect were found overnight at a hotel, again, okay? At a hotel in Alabama, okay? Remember, they were missing from Florida, okay? They were found at a hotel in Alabama. And the children, it came from a tip, okay? It came from a tip. Somebody saw the Amber Alert that was issued for these children. They recognized the children, and they called the local law enforcement, and they came out, verified that these were the children, and as a result, they rescued the children, took the mother who took these children, took the mother into custody, where she sits this morning, awaiting to be transported back to the Manatee County Sheriff's Department. So great news, great news, great news. All 4 of these children, Joseph, Jocelyn, Jacqueline, and Joella, they have now all been found, and they have all been found safe. We've got a report from our one of our affiliates there in Manatee County, Florida. And I wanted you to hear exactly what is being said by our partners there on the ground in Manatee County, Florida. Let's go straight to them, okay? Here we go.
We do start with breaking news. An Amber Alert issued for 4 missing siblings from Bradenton is now over. Those kids were found early this morning.
And we are happy to report that they are safe, and authorities now have their mother locked up in jail. ABC Action News reporter Ashley Orr joining us live from the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, where deputies are hoping to get some more answers. Ashley, what do you know at this point?
Well, good morning, Serena. We are just learning right now. Law enforcement says they got those kids back safe thanks to the Amber Alert. 2 guests at a Hampton Inn in Eufaula, Alabama recognized those kids, said that they saw them playing in the lobby earlier that day, and then called police. Now, this is all just unfolding less than 5 hours ago, and now the kid's mom, Jay Magadon, is in custody without incident. The grandmother had custody of the kids, and we've been looking into why. Deputies say Jema Gadon and her estranged husband Joseph have a rough past. There was a shooting incident in July, which led to Jema being wanted for assault. And a probable cause affidavit we pulled shows earlier this month, Jema and another man threatened Joseph, bashed him in the head with a baseball bat, and took an SUV.
Wow.
Now, police in Alabama say that the kids appear to be fine and they're in good health. Jema is now in jail, waiting to be extradited back here. Reporting live in Manatee County, I'm Ashley, your ABC Action News.
Thank you, Ashley. And once again, these kids, they have been found. These kids, they were the subject of an Amber Alert. And again, if it had not been, you have to stop and think about this for a moment, okay? If it had not been for the issuance of this Amber Alert on yesterday, these kids would still be missing. Those are just the raw facts, okay? For 6 days, up until yesterday, for 6 days, an Amber Alert was not issued, and these children were missing, okay? Count them, 6 days. And so once we issued the Amber Alert on yesterday, things went into action, things happened. See, this is why it's important. Things really do happen when you share. I'm not just doing this just to be doing this, okay? Things really do happen when you take the time to share. How did these people know about this Amber Alert in Alabama? They don't live in Alabama, they live in Florida, okay? Okay? And so, again, by you sharing, by people sharing and sharing and sharing, somebody got the information. Somebody saw these precious images. Somebody saw the broadcast and remembered what it was that they saw. And as a result, today, there are 4 children who are safe this morning. And there are 4 children who are going back to their granny's house, okay? They're going back to their granny's house. You're so welcome. And once again, just like the reporter said, hey, thanks to the Amber Alert, okay? And we hear that so often. We're going to open up the floor here. We're going to open up the floor here. If you have any questions and or some comments that you would like to make, you can go right ahead. We're looking at our screens here. So anything you want to say, anything you want to share, you can go ahead and do it. But again, the update, big breaking news overnight, okay? The update out of both St. Louis, isn't it something? They were both found at the same place. Things happen when we pray, y'all, okay? Things really do happen when we pray. And I believe that, yes, so thankful that all these children were found. The young man in St. Louis was found at a hotel overnight. And also, yes, prayer does work. Yes, the young man was found in St. Louis at a hotel overnight. And the children were found, these 4 children here, they were found in Alabama. Okay, they were found in Alabama at a hotel overnight, at a Hampton Inn hotel overnight. And by Joe Citizen, who picked up the phone and who called, who had a number to call. Okay, so again, thanks to all of you. Thank you. I want to thank all of my child safety advocates. Hey, I so appreciate you, Rebecca Overy, for the case out of St. Louis. Thank you, Kathy Lewis, for your valuable input on our cases, in transcribing all of our cases. Tom Rogers, thank you, because of Rebecca. Thank you for helping us to get this information out. And of course, we want to thank the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for getting that information out, as well as they are a valuable partner. They are a valuable asset to our nation. As well. To those, thank everyone, those there at the National Center. Thank you to those who were, those who are at the ABC Action News there in Manatee County, Florida.